Hey, what's going on, Taurus? Butch Tarot here. Gonna do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it will not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. For all you that already have, I appreciate the love and support that you give me. We're gonna be using the Alice in Wonderland Tarot. I almost forgot what it was called. With that being said, let's get it. First, we have 4 tools. All right, Taurus. So the first thing I see, Taurus, is I feel like, I feel like there's someone that's coming in. Now, I feel like this is not going to be what this turns out to be is not what it's going to look like in the beginning. In the beginning, I feel like this is someone you're going to have a lot of fun with. You're going to enjoy your time with this person. And I feel like the more you spend time with this person, the more you start seeing things. You start seeing more of a connection. In the beginning, it was more of it was almost like a more of a companionship. It's almost like someone that you just enjoy being with. You're, going out with them, having fun. But it was more just casual. But as we move on, I feel like without any effort at all, this is going to turn into something more. Not having to do any work at all. It's just happening. And I feel like the more we're around this person, the more we see how compatible we are. We start building a connection, being on the same page. I feel like you both want the same thing. And I feel like neither one of you really seen this moving into anything really special. Even though there was a connection, I feel like it was more or less just something casual. I feel like it's kind of based out of comfort. Like you just feel, connected with this person in a way that you start spending more time with this person. And as we spend more time with them, we start seeing this connection really start to grow. I just feel like you're going to start thinking about this person more. I do see some real stability building. And like I said, I feel like those late nights thinking about this person and starting to realize that there's definitely more here than what we've seen in the beginning. In the beginning, it just felt like, a good companion, a friendship, something casual. It wasn't really something we thought was going to go anywhere. But as we move on, we start to realize that there is an emotional connection here. This is someone that is on the same page as us, and I feel like that's really going to help this grow. New love with that Ace of Cups. Finding yourself more and more emotionally fulfilled. In the beginning, it's more of a physical connection, more of a comfort, and then it turns into something more. And sometimes we don't see what it is in the beginning. Sometimes we feel an attraction towards someone and we get to know them, and then as we get to know them, we start to realize, like, we have this connection. And this is starting to be bigger than we expected. I mean, I feel like this will surprise you. Like I said, I see a lot of stability. This is still new, but it is moving forward. And as we start to feel more and more, connected, more and more emotional connection with this person, we start, like I said, late nights thinking about it. This person, you're always on this person's mind as well. So, I mean, you're still on the same page, even though I feel like you both started off on the same page. The page changed, but you guys are still, you guys are reading at the same pace here. It's like a good book, or when you get a book. Sorry, let's start over. It's like when you get a book and you start reading it, or a movie and you start watching it. In the beginning, you're like, okay, well, this will pass the time, seems all right. And then all of a sudden, you start becoming more engaged. And then all of a sudden, you start really liking it. And then all of a sudden, you feel yourself being drawn to it, thinking about it when you're not watching it, or thinking about it when you put the book down and you walk away and you're thinking, okay, what's going to happen next? I'm really intrigued now. That's what we have here. Feeling like we have that Three of Wands, that feeling like that ship's coming in. It's almost like you catch yourself starting to want to be around this person more, and they start wanting to be around you more. Not all connections are instant. Sometimes we'll meet somebody and we think, okay, well, you know what? Physically, we're attracted to each other, or we're on the same page. We like the same things. We'll go out to eat. We'll go to hang out. We'll go watch a movie together. And all of a sudden, in those in-between times, we actually start having conversations with each other and start realizing how compatible we really are and how we both want the same thing. And like I said, I feel like even though this is moving forward, there's going to be no real internal struggle. I mean, I feel like neither one of you is really fighting the fact that this is becoming more. And we have the Family card. Sometimes we meet the person we were meant to be with and we don't even know it. Sometimes you meet someone and instantaneously you fall in love, and then, the rest is history, like they say. But with this, it's just no effort. There's really no effort to move this forward. But even though there's no real effort, it's just moving forward on its own because it was meant to be. And we have the Six of Wands, which is all about victory. And I mean, this is the best part about this is the fact that you really have to do nothing. It's just doing it on its own. All you got to do is show up. You start finding yourself wanting to be around this person more, wanting to do more with them. And all of a sudden you realize it. And then all of a sudden you wake up one day and you realize that, you've already built stability with this person without even knowing it. You start finding yourself thinking about this person when they're not around, and wondering, what you guys can experience next. And then you start wanting to do things and then start including this person just by, you decide one day you want to do something new. And then all of a sudden you already include that person without even thinking about it because it just becomes habit. I see a really great connection here, and I feel like it came out of nowhere. But it doesn't make it any less than any other connection. I mean, we got to realize that sometimes we don't know where it's going to go. Sometimes we go on that blind date thinking, okay, well, this probably isn't going to go anywhere, and then it goes somewhere. And then end up 20 years later, you're married, and, you have kids, you got a house, and you're like, it all came from that one decision I made to go out. Sometimes we see somebody and we think to ourselves, okay, well, they're not really my type, but we have some similarities, so, we could hang out and have a good time. And then all of a sudden it's almost like you start to see what's under the cover, and you realize how connected you really are and how compatible you really are. We can't judge a book by its cover. I mean, that old phrase, it's true. Sometimes we might see somebody. Have you ever met someone and you felt like, not to judge, but in just your idea, you see somebody and they're a 10, perfect 10. As soon as you see them, you're perfect 10. And then there's that one person that you see, they're a 7, maybe a hard 8. And then you get to know them. And all of a sudden you realize that they're a 10. And then that 10 that you thought was a 10, you get to know them, and sometimes they turn out to be a hard 6. I mean, we can't judge a book by its cover, and with this, I feel like that's, we didn't see it coming. And I feel like it's on both sides, and that's how compatible you are. I feel like neither one of you really seen this going where it's going. But neither one of you is stopping it because it feels right. Sometimes we just know. Now with this person, we have Earth, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. We have Air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We even have some fire in there as well. Some Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I like all forms of connections. I mean, it is love at first sight. Connections are great. But sometimes it's the diamond in the rough. And that's what I feel like this is. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.